Stakk Nation, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Brazen.
Your boy Double O.
Look at that, man. That was a nice stretch. I felt it pop in my back. Double O, I have a question for you, bro. Imagine this, okay? Imagine that one day, Satoshi Nakamoto reappears. Okay? And somehow we all believe that this is Satoshi, right? Because obviously there is a guy over there in the UK with a British accent who claims he is Satoshi, but no one believes him. So, sad story. But imagine Satoshi actually reappears and it's like, hey man, you guys got this all wrong. Bitcoin is not the financial future, man. You guys, this is ridiculous. I don't know what you guys were thinking. That white paper was something completely different. You guys are
I was
stupid.
drunk.
Yeah, I was drunk.
That wrote it.
How would the market react to that? How would the market react to that situation?
Ultimate crash.
Ultimate crash, right? Bitcoin is done for. Zero. Erased from the face of history. So, let's take a look at the situation. Vitalik Buterin. Is it Buterin? Or is it Buterin?
Stop pronouncing like you. You pronounce it like you're back in Africa, man.
I am African, bro. What are you talking about? How am I supposed to pronounce it?
Well, buttering will need double T.
Wait,
to make it sound like butter.
First of all, how did they know that this is how you pronounce this thing? Actually, let's
it's
not
pronunciation, right?
No, because
is that why I went to English class?
Sir, hold up one moment. Is it potato or potato?
Potato.
You sure? You sure it's not potato? Is it tomato or tomato?
Well, it depends on how you learn how to pronounce your R. So British will teach you R, American will teach you A.
Listen, the English is in the mouth of the beholder. That's how I'm pronouncing it. Check me out. Hey, Vitalik Buterin. I do not expect crypto to take over the world and replace traditional currencies. This sounds insane to me. Vitalik Buterin, the co-founder of Ethereum, has recently revealed his stance on the possibility of cryptocurrency ruling the financial world in the future when speaking at the Viva Tech conference in Paris. In Paris. Okay? As reported by Reuters, Buterin stated he did not expect crypto to take over the world and replace traditional currencies. It's about cryptos and digital governments, he says. Yeah. Moment of silence for Ethereum. That's how I felt too. Look, okay. It's okay. There's no need to mourn over it or anything like that. But I think people need to understand why Satoshi Nakamoto disappeared. Okay. And Satoshi Nakamoto disappearing after creating Bitcoin was literally one of the best things he could have done to avoid external pressures from influencing the design of Bitcoin and the vision of Bitcoin. This is what is wrong with having a centralized point of attack, right? Vector of attack, if you will, a centralized point of failure. Yep. We've seen that this guy has met up with, he's met with Putin, he's met with the World Economic Forum, he's met with everyone that is against, you know what I mean? Everyone that is against what decentralization is about.
Yeah.
When Ethereum launched, and everything else that is on top of Ethereum right now, because if Ethereum goes down, they're all going down, the talk of the globe was that this is the new financial system, this is the new way of operating, smart contracts and blah, blah, blah.
Tokenization.
And tokenization. And this is the future, and it's going to flip Bitcoin, most importantly. There is this saying, man, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Okay, I get it. People want Bitcoin to be a beast with diamond horns and like freaking crazy arms and an octopus at the same time. Okay, I think when you zero in on one thing and you do it well and better than everybody else, you ultimately become the winner. This applies in business, this applies in training, this applies in studying, everything, bro. Even when you're driving, racing is one of the things I'm interested in. When you're racing, you have to brake in a straight line before turning because the car will not brake and turn at the same time. You understand? This is what Bitcoin is, man. It's identified the problem, and everything else can be solved around that solution itself.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Now, it's unfortunate that this is happening, because if you ask me, I don't think Vitalik is still in control of Ethereum. What are your thoughts?
You don't think? Sure.
I don't think so.
It lost control a long time ago. So
Yeah.
what we've been saying we're gonna do a video about Ethereum being a company that is not truly decentralized, and I think this is about time that we'll do that. And what a lot of people don't know is that if you do the research, which is hidden, very well hidden, is that the board of Ethereum is literally the entire World Bank. Ethereum gets its funding
This is true.
from major banks that supports the World Economic Forum, that are partners, that are literally bodies to bodies.
Yeah.
So when you look deep into the World Economic Forum documentation, you can see that they're already doing research on Ethereum. Why would they be doing that?
Yeah.
So their CBDCs, are they going to try to use the technology for their CBDCs? So when it comes out and you see this, and you see this, and you hear this all the time from folks that have tried to maybe not necessarily start a revolution, but make a impact, right? Or any startup company that have tried to come up with a technology that either displaces the current technology. Is that the old technologies like Google or Microsoft will either come and buy you out, or just tell you that it's never going to work. And eventually it kicks in your head. And I think that's what happened to him. You can see it in his face lately.
What was it? Maybe like the last video?
Yeah.
We said, one of the ways to control people is to instill fear and doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Fear and doubt. This is what thought is about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. When you're fearful, uncertain, and doubtful of yourself, of your ability, of your mission, okay, that is when you start losing to your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you cannot sit there and tell yourself that, oh well, these guys have been doing this for the longest, and this is what the big guys do. This means you will never beat those guys. But guess what, man? For those guys to be where they are, they had to believe in themselves that they were going to conquer whatever was about. Look, I agree with you. When you look at him right now, man, there is no confidence in the project anymore. I'm surprised.
The energy and boost that he had is gone, because 2.0 has been 2.0ing forever now.
For years, bro. For years, right?
And that proof of stake, it switched from proof of work to proof of stake will give him even more full control.
Yeah, absolutely. At that point, all the control is gone, right? Because if we really wanted to, we can go set up a mining rig and try to mine Ethereum. The thing is just it's just more cost intensive than doing it for Bitcoin. Yeah. But once you go to proof of stake, man, it's
all about how much money you get.
Exactly.
That's basically
and that's a game that he cannot win.
Yep.
So it's strange to me, and I think that this is a point where people really need to reconsider and look at these things, because yes, I get it, man. Ethereum as a blockchain technology and stuff like that, it has the ideas behind it, has the ability to do many things differently. But the whole tokenization situation, right? I think in many applications it's not necessary, right?
Actually, I think it's necessary. Let me see if I can influence you a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Let's think about electricity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's think of electricity as a good example, right?
Yes.
When Tesla had this idea about electricity, his idea was for it to be decentralized. Anybody can create their own electricity, have access to it, right?
Right.
You know what happens when the Morgans and Rockefellers, the big banks took over and basically kicked them out of his own project, right?
Yes.
That's the same thing here. The idea behind Ethereum was you copy Bitcoin, but since Bitcoin wanted to focus on transaction only, you could use that same technology to do everything else, which Bitcoin can also do. But Bitcoin figured that he has to do one thing and do it best, which is what you said exactly at the beginning of this conversation.
Yes.
It's all somehow connected. But the reality here is this. Electricity as you see it today, when you have access to electricity, you have electricity for lighting your house. You have electricity for powering your computer. You have electricity for doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
Now we have electricity for moving money,
yes.
which is what Bitcoin is doing. He went ahead and said, I can do everything. and he got his hand dirty in everything, went ahead and got all the dirty money, and now the money has control of him.
Now, speak to the tokenization piece of it, right? To speak to the tokenization piece. This is why, at the beginning, when I said Bitcoin focuses on one thing, right? And one thing only. And you also mentioned like it all connects, is because the one thing, right, that is causing everything that is happening right now, the one thing that puts us in the situation that we're in right now is money.
It's money. Yeah.
Right? And everything that around it that happens with money. So when Bitcoin fixes that money aspect, right, we can build off a true decentralized platform, right, and grow from there. From there, if you have great ideas that you would like funding for, it's going to have to be a great idea, first of all, right? And if that idea is great, you can now present it. And those who are interested in investing in it will still donate to you, right? Say, for example, when the situation...
On a layer 2, would that mess
Yes.
with the
Without messing
original
with the
layer
original...
1?
Yes, exactly, right?
You can have layer 3, layer 4. We don't know where this technology is going, but right now, at least on
Yeah,
layer 2.
For layer 2, right? Now, I'll give you
Exactly.
an example. See the situation in Ukraine, for example, right? When everything just started happening, Ukraine did not have to go create a token on Ethereum called the Ukraine coin, where if you want to help people in Ukraine, then you can now send money to that thing. All you needed was a Bitcoin wallet, right? And anyone across the world could send you money instantly.
Yep.
So you
Simple
have
as
the funds to carry out whatever you need to do. Right now in Africa, there is not a I know there is this one school, I think it's in South Africa. There is not a coin or a token for that school for people to pay electricity for that school. But I tell you, if I want to pay electricity for that school right now, I have the QR code. I can just send Bitcoin to that QR code and it will pay for the electricity for that school across the world. I may never even show up there. And they do not even need to set up a token for that. Is what I'm saying.
We don't need the Stakk token.
Exactly. Right now,
don't need
but
a
we
Stakk
have, but
NFT,
for our great ideas, right?
Yeah.
If we have a great idea, we're like, hey, like the people we've been talking to about our project and stuff, right?
Yeah.
If they are interested in it, if they see it and they're like, yo, you guys are onto something here, right?
Yeah.
They would send us Bitcoin if that's what we want.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We don't need to go create a token for that. And so not everything needs to be decentralized. Not everything needs to be decentralized. And I think that's where we're getting away with. We're losing concentration with some of these coins, right?
It's a
technology
major
is great.
distraction. I think we did a video a while back too where we said Ethereum and all this dApps are major distraction
There is
away
serious
from
distraction.
what we need to be focusing on.
Exactly.
Imagine all those engineers on Ethereum focusing their energy on layer 2 technologies on Bitcoin.
Exactly.
How much better impact we could be making right now?
Which I think, look, if we keep pushing this adoption, which is what we try to do here, and more people get onto the Bitcoin network, get on the Bitcoin standard, the big institutions will follow because they have to follow where the consumers are. Remember, we are, at this point in time, we are the data, right? We are the resource. They're tapping our information. They're using it to make, for advertising and everything else. So if we are not there, how are they going to get our information? They have to follow us to where we are. And if we're on the Bitcoin standard, then that's the mode in which we're operating in, and they will have to assimilate if they want to do business with us.
And they still get to make money. That's
And they still
transaction
get to
fees,
make money. That's the crazy thing about it. We're not talking about
taking your money away.
Taking money away from anyone here. It is a neutral system. You know what I mean? Like, we're not talking about, we don't want these guys to make money. We don't care, man. Make your money. But don't be predatory towards others. And this is what Bitcoin does. It punishes the bad actors. Right? If you're trying to spend money to do crazy things to other people, the way Bitcoin is designed, it just does not work out. So why not just do that and let everyone live in peace? Is what I'm saying. There was something else I was going to say, which was very important, but I've forgotten what it was. I'll say that. But it will come back to me. But whenever it comes back to me, right, I'll tweet it or something. Final thoughts, sir.
No, again, this is a journey that we're on, and it's a journey that we all are on with you guys.
Yes.
And the more we study and research and read articles like this, the more revelations we'll see in terms of what the hell is this Nakamoto guy. Like, how do you see this far away with just one simple invention?
I would want to know who this guy is because there's nothing like this, right? And also, actually, I remember what I was going to say too. History.
Came back to you.
History came back to me, man. You know what I'm saying? My mind is in and out, like your computer. Ooh, do I have something for that? Yes. Okay. This is what I was gonna say. While we have been studying Bitcoin, right? We have spent countless amount of hours studying history.
It forces you to.
Exactly. And when we were studying this history, there was one thing that kept recurring over and over again that society has been trying to resolve for a very long time. What was it? It was money.
Money.
Right?
Always been
It
money.
wasn't random tokens or speed or distribution or whatever else is out there in the decentralized tokens I always say decentralized proof of stake. Right? Tokens are trying to resolve, which is all bullshit. So no one was trying to resolve those things. That is not a problem. I think that anything can happen. If you want to resolve those things, cool. But it seems that there is one fundamental thing. Exactly. There is one fundamental thing that keeps wrecking anything that comes up, and it is money and people's relationships with money, right?
Yep.
So until we solve the money problem, what the fuck are we talking about?
We're gonna have the issue with China. We're gonna have the issue with Russia and Ukraine. We're gonna have the issue with oil. It's not going anywhere.
Well, sir, any final thoughts before we close this one out?
It was a good one.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking our videos. It is really incredible, man. It warms my heart. Can you believe, dude? 250 subscribers. Even though after I've said this now, somebody is probably just going to unsubscribe so that we're at 249. Listen, if that is you, I hope
we'll still love you if you leave it.
Yeah, man. If that is you, I hope your mouse breaks. Okay.
Don't wish them bad. Come on, they'll be okay. They'll come back later. They'll be like, no,
all they have to do is to go to Best Buy and buy a new mouse. You know what I'm saying? If you unsubscribe from our channel, your mouse is breaking. Period. That's what happens, man. Nah, I'm kidding. Thank you for watching. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Brazen out.
Buffalo out.
Yeah.